Hi guys, my name is Stock Curry, and since we don't have a lot of stocks to cover today, what I want to do is I want to go over a stock market update with you guys. I want to talk about what happened in March, what we call March Madness in the stock market. I also want to talk about where I see the stock market going in April, and just cover some of the stock market news that we've had over the past few weeks, and also some of the stock market news that is coming up. So, the reason that we haven't really been talking a lot about the stock market recently is because, honestly, not a lot has happened recently. I mean, the market has been pretty flat, so there has not really been a lot to talk about. Obviously, some sectors have been down, some have been up, but overall, the stock market as a whole has been pretty flat. Now, on Thursday, President Biden is supposed to release his infrastructure plan, so hopefully it's good and it will give a boost to the market on Thursday. Just keep in mind that this is a 4-day trading week this week. Friday is a holiday, so the U.S. markets are closed. By the way, happy Easter to all of you who celebrate Easter throughout the world. The next thing I want to talk about is, well, some good news. Our high growth stocks were up today, as well as Bitcoin stocks and banking stocks. And since these are the most popular stocks and sectors for retail traders, hopefully that means your portfolio is up today. I know mine was, and that made me pretty happy. The fact that high growth stocks were up on a down day in the market overall is a really good sign that things have bottomed out. I think things are starting to rebound. I think it's going to be a good month for April. Now, there's a reason why in the stock market we call March Madness. I know it's a basketball term, but also it has been applied to the stock market because historically March has been kind of a crazy time in the stock market. I mean, things just get completely out of whack, and we actually saw that. We saw, well, not only did we have a major correction, but also we had technicals and fundamentals that were completely out of whack. We had these fundamentals that were saying buy, and the technicals were all saying, you know, we're going to get this major market crash. And then on the flip side, we had these technicals that were just going to the moon on stocks that were just, honestly, should not have been up that high. So it's just kind of been a crazy March, and it's been really hard to predict, really hard to talk about. I think we did do a good job of predicting the bottom on the market correction. However, I really thought we were going to get this V-shaped recovery, and we just didn't. It looks like we're going to end up getting a W-shaped recovery. Hopefully we get a W-shaped recovery, and we don't keep going down. It's still kind of hard to say, but if we just look at the historical stock market, guys, I've got some really good news for you, because April has historically been one of the best months in the stock market. And since we're coming off of a correction in March, it looks like this April could be one of the best months in years, possibly even rivaling the kind of gains that we saw in January. So I am really excited about April. I am really looking forward to it. We've got the economy reopening. We've got vaccinations going up. We have Biden creating this huge infrastructure plan. We have so many good things that are coming up for April. I am super duper excited. I think April is going to be a great month for stocks across the board in all sectors. Now, I will let you know that currently, as of right now, we're still kind of funky. I mean, the technicals and fundamentals are still kind of all over the place. So, because of that, the current market favors long-term holders and day traders. Day traders for volatility, and long-term holders just to hold through all the madness and eventually watch your stocks go up. So before we start swing trading again, we'll want to see the technicals and the fundamentals kind of line up. Until that happens, I recommend sticking with long-term plays and day trades for now. In fact, we're going to talk about some of that. Now, just because we're not doing swing trades, we need to wait for some consistency before we start doing swing trades. It doesn't mean that we can't do short-term plays. There are certain situations where short-term plays make sense. And typically that involves these very short-term news stories. For example, maybe there was a massive short seller report that came out and knocked a stock way lower than it should have been. Or maybe there was some other news that caused a stock to drop way too fast, and now we're waiting for it to kind of recover and go back up, a rebound play, if you will. In fact, we have two of those that we're going to talk about today, since there was a major hedge fund, ARKX Capital, that got liquidated. I mean, look, it happens. It happens to us, and it happens to even the major hedge funds. In crazy market volatility, when things are completely unpredictable, you do not want to be using margin. It's a terrible time to be using margin. Now, if you follow me on Facebook and Twitter, you follow my trades, you know that I did use margin this week. However, I did it on one of these short-term plays. I did it on the recovery rebound plays from the ARKX Capital liquidation, okay? These are very short-term for me. I'm just looking for a little rebound off of that, then I'm going to get out of my margin. But generally speaking, we don't want to be using margin during high volatility like we're seeing right now, unless we are 100% certain that that stock is going to move in the direction we think it's going to move. Because in a market like this, you could lose everything very, very quickly. And the fact that ARKX Capital got liquidated is a perfect example of that. So please, please, please be careful. Do not use margin. We're also going to talk about options today and what you should and should not be doing with options. So I've got a great video for you guys. I think you guys are going to love it. Please continue to pray for Stock Mo. He and his family are still sick. They are still recovering from CV flu. So please, guys, continue to pray for Stock Mo and his family. Now, for those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Stock Curry. I used to work as an analyst for some large investment banks, and now I analyze stock picks from the top 10 YouTubers. I then compile all of my analysis into a daily video that I post right here on this channel. I spend hours every day watching YouTube videos so that you don't have to. All you have to do is watch one video each day and you will get every single stock pick from the top 10 YouTubers. And all I ask in return is that you hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon so that you can get notified when I release my next video. In fact, I'll give you 5 seconds to do that right now. All right, before we get into today's stock picks, I just want to remind you that I am not a financial advisor, and none of the YouTubers I follow are financial advisors either. Today's video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who are wondering, you are currently looking at the Webull desktop app. Webull is the app that I use for all of my trading, and it is also the app that I use in all of my videos. If you'd like to get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850, you can sign up for Webull using my link in the description below. When you sign up using my link in the description below and deposit just $100, Webull's going to send you 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. All right, let's get into today's stock picks. First up is ARKX. This is ARK Invest's Space Exploration ETF. Only 80% of the stocks in this portfolio are related to space exploration. StockMo reviewed the top 10 stocks in the new ARKX ETF, so if you want to get a quick look at the top 10 stocks in ARKX, you can watch StockMo's video that he uploaded Tuesday morning. Richard Allen and Dead Inside also reviewed ARKX and discussed why non-space stocks were included in the space ETF. They originally thought that because ARK Invest had to use their own money to start the fund, that they bought stocks that were safe and stable. Basically, they bought placeholders. Richard Allen and Dead Inside said that ARKX's holdings will change as more people buy into the ETF. Then, ARK Invest released a press release to explain the stocks that they chose. It turns out that companies like Deere Tractor have actually worked with NASA before. And regarding Netflix, ARK Invest is saying that as satellite internet companies start to reach over 200 million rural customers who currently don't have access to broadband internet, that Netflix should be able to increase their subscriber base. Now, there were a lot of companies that were not included that people thought should have been included, including 7 SPACs that recently announced mergers with space companies. Regarding those, ARK Invest said they are just waiting and taking their time to ensure that they pick long-term winners. So the ARKX portfolio will be changing over time, and more companies will be added as ARK Invest evaluates them to ensure that they will be winners long-term. Next up is BW. This is Babcock & Wilcox Enterprises. This has been one of StockMo's best performers over the past 5 days. It is up 35% in the past 5 days. Even after this recent run-up, the stock still has a 23% upside from Tuesday's closing price to get to the average analyst price target of $11.33. Next up is Citigroup. Chris Sain recommends buying a call option on C. Specifically, he recommends buying the April 16th $76 call option for $1.06. If you buy that option, that means you will lose your entire investment if C closes at or below $76 in the next 2 Fridays. You will lose money if C closes between $76 and $77.06 in 2 weeks, and you will make money if C closes above $77.06 in the next 2 weeks. If you buy this option, you are basically gambling that C will go up 6% over the next 12 trading days. Now, the RSI and MACD are both bullish, and the stock did close above the 100-day EMA today, which is also bullish. But buying an option is extremely risky. I think you would be far better off just buying the stock. C is a good company, and banking stocks are doing well right now. But I don't want to gamble on needing a 6% move just to break even. I'd rather just buy the stock. And then if C goes up 4%, I'll make money rather than losing my entire investment because I bought an option. If you want to trade options, I'll go over some option strategies with you in a video that I plan to make later in April. Let me just tell you that when you buy single leg options, you typically have a 90% chance of losing money. The only way to consistently make money with options is by selling options, such as covered calls and cash secured puts, and by buying multi-leg options, such as spreads, straddles, and condors. Next up is KULR. This is KULR Technology, and they are a thermal solutions manufacturer. StockMo bought KULR in his penny stocks portfolio. KULR has worked with NASA, and StockMo thinks KULR will continue to go up as the country reopens and manufacturing picks up. Next up is MARA. This is Marathon Digital Holdings. They are a Bitcoin miner. StockMo showed us that MARA was up over 15% today. StockMo thinks Bitcoin will get up to $60,000 soon. StockMo showed us how this is a great example of why you should hold through dips, because eventually stocks will recover and go back up. Next up is NIO. This is NIO, and they're a Chinese EV manufacturer. Keen and Grace let us know that Investor Place said that for NIO to reach $100 per share, NIO would have to double or triple their current revenue. Keen and Grace discussed NIO's growth prospects, future vehicles, and expectations versus announcements. In short, so long as NIO continues to hit the targets that they've set for themselves and continues to release new vehicles that they've announced and continues to expand throughout Europe and the United States, NIO will easily double or triple their current revenue in a very short period of time. Also, Keen and Grace let us know that NIO has been in compliance with U.S. securities listing requirements since 2020. There is very little chance that NIO will get delisted. If you want to hear Keen and Grace's full analysis on NIO, I recommend you watch Keen and Grace's video that he uploaded Tuesday evening. Now, Chris Sain recommends buying a put option on NIO. He recommends buying a $37.50 April 1 put option, which was trading for 91 cents when Chris Sain recorded his video. What that means is that if NIO closes at or above $37.50 on Thursday, you will lose your entire investment. If NIO closes between $37.51 and $36.59 on Thursday, you will lose part of your investment. If NIO closes below $36.58 on Thursday, you will make money. Now, personally, I find this recommendation to be incredibly foolish. NIO is bullish right now. It just bounced off of support, the RSI is rising, and the MACD is rising also. Now, while I believe this play is gambling, and you have a 90% chance of losing money if you hold this option through expiration, there is a chance that you could make money. Chris Sain released a second video Tuesday night further explaining this option play. Chris Sain explained that this pretty much is a day trade for him. He's just looking for this option to gain about 25%, and then he's looking to sell. When it comes to day trading, put options are a way to day trade downward price movements on a stock. So if this is purely a day trade for you, and you are only looking to hold for a few minutes, maybe 30 minutes at the most, in the morning on Thursday, then this play might actually work. But only join Chris Sain on this play if you are comfortable day trading. This remains a very risky play. Next up is SOS. This is SOS Limited, and they are a Bitcoin miner. Larry Jones let us know that SOS announced a $125 million share offering, which caused the stock to go down over 10% today. It did bounce off of the 100-day EMA, which is good, but the MACD and RSI are both still bearish. So we'll have to see if SOS rebounds off of the 100-day EMA or if it continues to drop further. Larry Jones did say he was going to buy more SOS because stocks usually go up after doing a share offering. Next up are VIAC and DISCA. VIAC is Viacom CBS, DISCA is Discovery, and both of these are television networks. ZipTrader recommends buying Viacom, ticker symbol VIAC, and Discovery Channel, ticker symbol DISCA. Both of these stocks were beat down significantly due to the ARKX Capital liquidation. While they won't necessarily get back to all-time highs, ZipTrader still sees about a 25% upside potential on VIAC and a 30 to 40% upside potential on DISCA. I will also let you know that I bought VIAC on Monday. If you want to know what I'm buying and selling, I post every stock I buy and sell on my Twitter and Facebook within minutes of making the trade. A lot of YouTubers make you pay a monthly fee through Patreon to see what they are buying and selling, but not me. I provide my trades to you free of charge because I'm not here to profit off of you, I am here to help you. So if you want to see what I am trading, just follow me on Twitter and Facebook. I have links to both of those in the description of this video. And if you're new to the stock market and you want to learn how to trade, I recommend you enroll in ZipTrader U. ZipTrader U is the best online trading course for new traders that I have found. If you want to check it out, I have a link to ZipTrader U in the description of this video. I also secured a 15% discount for you, so if you use my link and discount code in the description of this video, you will get 15% off when you enroll. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot out of it. Comment down below what your favorite stock pick is. And if you want to get some free stocks, sign up for Webull using my link in the description below. When you sign up and deposit just $100, Webull is going to give you 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. They're also going to give me 1 free stock, so it helps you out and it also helps the channel out. Finally, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon if you haven't already. I hope you have a lot of success trading, and I will see you tomorrow.